Good morning, Jen Tozer, your portfolio manager here to talk about Tuesday's tariffs. Well, the market seemed surprised. We weren't surprised. We did say in our seminar we expected them. So what's different for everybody else? Well, I'm going to put it in a couple of categories. First of all, just common sense. When you take a tariff and you put it on, your product, it's not the seller who pays it, it's the buyer. So basically, you just made a bunch of things more expensive for Americans. The second reason is that as part of human nature, we really don't like to pay attention to things that are negative or unpleasant. We kind of hope they go away. So even though Trump has been talking about tariffs for months and months, repeatedly, after the first time it got pushed out by a month, I bet you that many people thought that's just going to keep happening. But it didn't. And the third thing is that people are resistant to change. And having tariffs with your biggest trading partner is change. So it happened, we've got tariffs, let's move on. So why hasn't the stock market absolutely had the bottom fall out? Well, I'm going to tell you because it's not about the tariffs, we've got our eyes on earnings. So let's talk about earnings for a second. We knew that there would be some sectors that would be affected by tariffs. Take, for example, U.S. tourism. Canada represents, I believe, 35% of U.S. tourism. Well, that's fallen off the deep end, not surprisingly. But there are other things that aren't going to be affected. So a typical American may not be happy that there are tariffs, but are they going to stop going to work, eating breakfast, using their cell phone? Probably not. This is not a big enough change to change behaviors. So earnings is where we're paying attention. When I talk about Trump right now and his policies, he's giving me a bit of whiplash. He's over here, he's over here, he's all over the place. But he's already had to actually turn around and actually take some of these, decisions and pull them back. And when I think about that, think about all of these workers that he fired, all these government workers that he let go. He couldn't figure out what they were doing. Well, he's already had to actually turn around and hire some back because he found out that what they were doing was, monitoring and managing and maintaining all of his military silos in the Midwest. So there you go. What I find interesting also about Trump, I feel a little bit like he's acting more like a president in a movie than the president of the US. But what I find interesting is that when he pivots, he doesn't take any responsibility. And what I mean by that is when he turned around and hired all those people back, he never made a mistake. So with the tariffs that happen, I could see whether it's in 1 month, 3 months, or 5 months, 6 months, or whatever that time period may be, I can easily see him turning around and saying, no more tariffs. And he's either going to pretend it's because what he wanted to accomplish, he accomplished, or he's just going to say, that wasn't really my idea. I know this seems ridiculous, but it's a bit of a silver lining about how quickly this could change back to or revert back to where we were at before. So I know that watching, the news right now is very stressful for many people. I know that it can is making people upset, and that's spilling over potentially into your daily lives. Don't let that happen. Remember, the news today is really about entertainment. So get your popcorn, get your, your chips, get your pop, whatever you want, and be entertained, and then go have a good day. So if you have any questions, we're here, and I hope you have a good day.